Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Katie York set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. That's caught for the first. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. It's a give to White. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Play made by Deron Payne. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Gets it to the 15. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. Now he's York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Laube. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Bring up 48.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Samuel makes the play. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
That's McCaffrey working the sideline. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Harris. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now he's York to kick this one away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. There's a toss to White. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
First down throw for Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Another try following the sack. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders take over as he records his 10th career INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. We will... Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Now Daniels off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
Let's go now.
Daniels on first down. Taken in by Harris. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Go!
Receiver in motion, going left. Out of the gun, Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Raiders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The give now to White. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On first down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Running on second with White. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Madison. To the 15. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And carried by Harris here to start the drive. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, here's Daniels. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the gun, a run for White. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He'll get this complete to White. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Offense in the hurry-up here. Out of the gun, Madison. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Raiders at a deficit. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10. Here's Cousins. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Out of the gun, White. And they had that one contained right at the line. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. From the right hash, so this is going to be a 51-yarder. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going deep. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. He puts some power on a deep one left. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. After the pick, here's Cousins again. He's loaded another one up. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Check that. Let's go. Check go.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running behind center with Harris. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Get it!
Daniels now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go, set! Ready?
Throwing now, Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go now!
Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Play fake here, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now they have 3rd and short. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know that.
And the defender comes away with it. There he goes, right sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Check smash. Ready.
Going to Harris to start the half. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Set. Go.
Daniels back to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ready?
Second down and 10, Daniels. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
18, ready? Set, go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Jack Jones has got it.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. It's White on the give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. After the run, though, we see he's in some visible pain out there. No doubt from that big hit he took. Trainers have to look at him now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That kind of call right there, Kate, it shouldn't be the third down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
From the gun, a run for Madison. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Cousins out of the pistol here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. He beams one deep right side, and they pick him off again. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Street.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Daniels. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Now is York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
First down throw for Cousins. Deep shot doesn't quite work out. So that's an incomplete pass. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Third and 4 coming up now. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete. Here's Madison. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Now Cousins again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
They give now to Madison. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Here's Cousins now. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Back to throw. Cousins. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air, Cousins. Has him running the comeback. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
All right, now here we go.
Offense up to the line fast. From the gun, Laube. Scores! Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. A handoff for Harris running right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 now. Complete, it's McLaurin. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 give to Harris. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders leading by 7. Second and 3 now.
Shot alert! Let's go now! Ready?
Staying on the ground with Harris. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Go!
Third and just 2 to go.
Go, Reed! Go! Go!
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
A give left side. Here's Harris. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Eckler running dead ahead. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Lucky 48. Listen. What's that?
Now to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Mike Samra still makes the play.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they're able to run this one.